I mean, cleanse isn't an actual term in Dota. It just happens to be a nice term.
Okay.
That I find.
You're never wrong, Kyle. Don't listen to the chat.
Thank you.
Anyway, Slark is weak to getting initiated on, right?
he knows he's gonna go for the slight steal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's.
Oh,
oh, and
wow.
he's gonna go get the double bounty or the double
Beautiful
water rune. That is very smart by Carl. Let's see if he actually wins through this. With the flame guard pulling him back in, he's gonna be able to take out the. Oh, if he runs into the second remnant, it'll go away. Oh, we missed out on first blood as a result, but this fight is so fun.
Oh man, that was like a what's the Eastwood movie? The Standoff.
Samael keeps on going. They actually trade supports, but Samael has racked up some serious stats. He's going to be able to get the double kill in this lane. So T1.
Ah man, so good. If either player blinks, they probably get the kill. Maybe straight up in the lane, but nobody did.
Yeah.
Bringing 23 Savage to the top lane. Looks like they no longer want to play out this bottom one with Samael getting so big. They're going to try and run down Seb. Seb nicely positions himself to be able to get multiple stuns. They managed to hit him a couple times. He's still bleeding out on damage, but the dual breath didn't hit him, so they have to get a little bit more. Finally, they get the magic missile, and that'll finish him off.
That was just like he missed.
Yeah, I think despite what T1 did in the early game, it seems like all the OG cores are managing quite fine, and I think these kills bottom really bumped Samael up.
Oh, hey, Soxa. It's me, Carl. I've got a double damage rune. Third kill for T1.
Would have concerned about T1 finding an answer to.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean...
Oh, he's going to jump after him. Thompson. He's got that remnant left. The damage through was not enough, and Carl got the last hit there with the DD. Very nice. Killing is Samael, who currently has 4,000 net worth, when the second highest is still Thompson at 3. They're going to rotate in the Storm Spirit, though. Carl trying to look for a big win here in the top lane, and this pace is going to net them probably 2 kills here, as both the supports on OG will fall.
Yeah, this does, however, mean that Ember gets a... Here comes the response move.
Oh, Carl, he's not afraid, even with Thompson here. He says, okay, probably don't have chains. Not really in much danger here. Thompson going to make use of that arcane rune to make sure he's going to survive here. Seb going to receive a helping hand here, a bit of a purge, dealing with that Jakiro, which is going to be a constant problem for him. Zephyr is going to be run down by the Ember Spirit.
He knows the radius of... Who cares what's happening?
Yeah,
if we go to player perspective, it's what Cap's looking at right here, his bottom lane.
Yeah, if your team plays the way OG does, you genuinely don't need a minimap as a carry player.
Yeah, those are called inside jokes, guys. You got to give context to the view.
Watching his player perspective, thinking Samael's going to back off here, and then Samael didn't. And then William was like, Samael, use your minimap. It's good. And then we all started naming him.
And then it's just set in stone. Carl's out of mana. Oh, well, actually, he does have 6 magic wand charges, so he's kind of baiting him in a little bit for one last jump away, and that jump is far enough. Samael trying to catch him midway through. 23 Savage right in the middle of all of these heroes. Samael not too afraid of him, as after, oh, he's going to be at swap back. 2 seconds, he doesn't actually have his ult. Oh no, Samael. T1 realized they made a grave error. Seb is going to be able to get off a good ultimate though, and in return, 23 Savage has overextended himself and will receive tips from OG.
Samael, a bit of a blunder there. I think he was trying to like catch the storm mid-zip almost, but as you said, the mana was enough to get him out. And then Savage just kind of returns the favor.
I think the storm went too far. Like I didn't expect him to be able to jump that far, so he must have had a soul ring that's another instant coming.
Yeah, between Soul Ring and I think it was 6 magic wand charges.
Yeah.
Whitemon almost dying there. Thompson still playing the edges, looking for that last light. They are going to be able to get a nice overgrowth, lock him down with the Ice Path followed up. Thompson's dead. Samael may just fall again if they can somehow get in front of him. They've got to swap. Samael's going to show. There it is. Swap back, stunned while the Dark Pact is down. And T1 holding their ground, holding the line around. Totally free game. Like, don't you just kind of like chill out for a while?
I think the storm thing, it would have been a big play, you know? He didn't expect the soul ring. He gets that. We're talking about how sick of a play that is.
That's true. That's true.
This is what Dota comes down to ultimately. That's when they sometimes tend to suffer.
Yeah. No, it's a really good point because like this game, there's no huge like strategical advantage or edge OG can lean on, they've just got to ball out. Like, they just got to play Dota and hope the best.
They're going to pop out, but at the same time, T1 did smoke over, so this is going to be a full-out team fight where Carl is going to target down the Rubik first. They're going to be able to get on Thompson as well. No root just yet. Slide into a chain out. They're going to be able to get away on him. The core survived. The supports will die.
It's so hard to play into Chikiro.
You predict in what way they're going to do it and then react to what's happening. And I think as T1, you don't feel good because you're always playing the response game to the enemy team. You're not like, if you notice, trolls in every engagement. Every time we move our camera somewhere, there's a troll there. And he's being poked, he's being harassed. But Carl is balling out of control. So, I mean, Carl's feeling the map is going to open up for them.
Okay. So T1 has to parry perfectly every single time.
Exactly.
And we haven't seen them slip up yet.
No, exactly. I think what T1's doing is like perfect. But OG also are aware of that. Like, it needs to keep going this way for them.
Yeah, and I love, you even
caught him.
Oh,
Whitemon quickly killed T1. Or actually, they stole.
Just be this frontliner that your team kind of needs, plus damage steroid for the troll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, stolen macro pyre. That's actually going to do enough damage to be able to quickly kill Carl. Great play from Soxa and Sumail, and a big pickup too. 599 bounty for Carl.
The sentry, was that just good players at the best of their abilities?
Long jump over. Seb going to be caught, but immediately there is going to be the purge coming out from No-Tail, but they still can keep going. Duel going out, just trying to keep the storm in place, but it's going to be a duel that is actually not won, just ever so barely. Turns around, nice stun, but mana, okay, they don't want to chase any longer, and it's probably for the best.
To help out the heroes that count. In this case, it'll be the Slark.
I'm interested to see how this Mage Slayer plays out.
Oh,
nice jukes.
Jukes out of the magic missile. Thinking about pursuing here, especially with the Stormsphere being chased away there a bit. He can come back to join this team fight perhaps, and they're going to be able to hit a nice two-man stun. Cuckoo may be the first to die, but remember he's got that extra life. Throws out a magic missile, keeping Sumail back. T1 do a pretty good job. They do have BKB on the trolls, so they might be turning this. BKB, there it goes. Who's he going to target? They swap back in No-Tail, which is who they want to be able to gun for. They finally get off the ultimate. And Sumail, he doesn't have any mana. They lock him down, finish him off. Nicely played by T1. 50 seconds, he's dead for T1, turning on a dime. They're so good at kiting team fights back and re-engaging.
Yeah,
they're battlers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for OG, it's not about the carry killing the other carry. It's more about how can you kill out the supports.
Yeah.
I think both the supports of T1 have been doing a great job of knowing their limits and surviving on a sliver of health.
Oh, they managed to catch him, but there is going to be the defensive swap. 23 Savage is going in. He's going to try and deal with Thompson first, but a stolen swap from Sox is going to be able to get him out, but the Overgrowth catching Sumail again while the Dark Pack was down. Cuckoo dies, but immediately comes back as a Spirit, catching Seb, swapping him out of his own ultimate and keeping him in place. 23 Savage is keeping the rest at bay, and his team can deal with leftover behind Seb and go straight for Roche.
OG now, I think they're going to have to try to split them up. They're going to have to force these heroes out of position and force like multiple initiations at once. They have the tools to do it. They just got to be able to like get the Ember going on one target, get the Slark in on another, because if they're all balling down on the same hero, it's just going to be swapped resets.
Yeah, one nice pick off. The BKB from Thompson is caught by the Overgrowth from Zephyr. Still has decent amount of magic immunity time, but is it going to be enough to be able to get him out of this hell? As T1 surrounding him with so many heroes, and he's out of remnants. He is out of HP too. Double kill for Carl.
Scale.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've weathered the storm, so to speak. Like, OG needed to take control and take control early. And there's still absolutely hope, but they gotta play these fights smart.
23 Savage was very far forward, and OG looked to be able to potentially punish him. Not gonna be able to get the immediate duel. The swap from Sox is still stolen and still managed to get out No-Tail. Pounds forward, Sumail does manage to get on top of the support, so there is gonna be Whitemon down. An important member of T1 to be able to stay alive in these team fights. A swap back in, managed to get the duel. 23 Savage gets the duel off. Sumail keeping him inside of the Wukong's command, where he will die there. OG finally managed to win a team fight, a big one at that, where they get 3, and Carl thought maybe they could turn around on a Seb, but Seb does have Sumail right behind him, so even if they do manage to kill this Monkey King, they may be losing both of them here as...
Oh no, 23 Savage, what have you done?
Bad time for lag.
They are able to continue chasing the T1 heroes down once they spawn.
He's got 196 extra agility.
Damn.
Can't click the Monkey King. Don't click me then.
Please.
This is very unfortunate because that was a stolen Venge stun, and I think Carl might be in trouble now as well.
Yeah, they're going to be able to catch both of them. They do manage to finish off Seb, which was what the original trap was laid for, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just the Monkey King arena here just zones off anything, but they really need the Venge to be present when they take the fights.
Dude, Samael, he still's got some stats going, and he's not slowing down whatsoever. These pounces are staying on top of these supports. They cannot seem to get away. Swap back in, no tail. Now he's in an awkward position. They're going to jump on a 23 Savage, turns around, pops a BKB before the stun can come in for the Monkey King, but again, he's going to retreat with that BKB. No, he's not. He's going to finish off Samael. Turns around real quick, blows him up. Does manage to get the swap back in, and 23 Savage heals up just a little bit. Can he finish off Seb before and stay alive? He does. Thompson's going to commit. Trying to finish off 23 Savage, does get that one. With the BKB, might be able to get two here as Zephyr, just one slide away from dying, actually does die to Saksa. Chaining up two, TPing out, doesn't leave a remnant behind.
Yeah.
So it was a hard no on my end.
Indeed, and I will say I would also love, because we both play, oh, hang on.
Oh,
Thompson.
Hold up. Nice.
Not going to be able to get away. Maybe his Spirit can get out, as they do have the Train Protector on the way. Yeah, they're kind of realizing they're not going to go for the Spirit at all. In fact, if anything, they may be swapped back into Doom here. Seb, going to be silenced. Carl not fully committing to this one, though. They haven't seen the Slark just yet. Cuckoo, he's going to try and start backing away. Thompson's looking for some of these heroes. Samael pounces forward. He's going to go for Whitemon here. Starts stealing some of those stacks. Tries to stick on top of them and should be able to get that kill on the right-hand side. Thompson does catch the other support at the same time. That's going to be Zephyr. But at the same time, Samael has to be careful here, especially with the Cuckoo. His Spirit is going to get burned out, but he could buy back if he wants to and rejoin this fight.
You know, they're just so good at applying the pressure, right? They're always in your face, and you're always forced to play extremely sharp. And the second you stop, that's what happens.
Oh, we got it.
Does manage to get the pounds. The team is coming in, but it's too late. Carl's already dead. Double damage of Samael made short work of Carl and OG. They can just keep going. We certainly are going to be looking for somebody here. Zephyr not spotted, it seems.
Carl has buyback, though. Would not be surprised to see him use it.
Yeah, considering how aggressively T1 is positioned, even though they're missing their mid laner, Seb, he sees this. He's spotting some heroes right now. Swap back into the ice path. That's a good hold, but he did not manage to get it in. Snare out. The troll did not get lucky, and Cuckoo will die for what he thought was going to be an Ember Spirit kill. Pounce through the Spirit, doesn't actually latch on top of him. And that is going to be the...
Send Thompson to the side lane, push it out, get more info, and then make a play based off that.
Oh, grabs the double damage and managed to get the pounce, and it's going to force out the swap from Cuckoo and probably get him killed as he's pulled back in by the telekinesis. His Spirit will manage to get out at least. Storm's going to start TPing on to the outpost. Thompson is in. Thompson's going straight up for those supports. Samael, not sure where he's gunning to, but 23 Savage is a little bit isolated here. Cuckoo's trying to keep pace to make sure he can swap back 23 Savage to get him away from Samael, while Seb is scaring back the rest of these heroes. Thompson's going to be able to finish off Zephyr. That's going to be first. 23 Savage looks at Seb. Carl commits with the Aghanim Scepter, pulling them both in, but inside of that Monkey King ultimate, they don't feel great. Again, the stolen swaps coming out from Saksa is going to be able to keep his cores feeling good and feeling aggressive. As the telekinesis toss back, chained up together, toss, duel, going out, no tail, they turn around quickly, kill him, winner, and Carl gets away before Samael can hunt him down, but Samael doesn't kill. He's going to be able to go for the supports and may still be able to catch Carl. Carl, no mana, Samael bounced on top of him, they catch him, 4 dead on the side of T1, and now
there are only so many spots that they could be hiding in.
Now with an Arcane. He also
and the 25 talent, right?
Yeah, he talented totally for Searing Chains as well. So you're just going to see him zipping back and forth, spamming chains.
Here we go.
Cuckoo did still manage to get the swap, but 23 Savage can't hit him right now. Samael, his ultimate was used, still has the Depth Shroud. They're going to turn around and start doing some damage with a pull in onto Carl. They do something to Samael, but he's going to be popping his BKB. 23 Savage responds in kind here. Cuckoo's going to fall, Spirit form now.
Huge root.
They do manage to get the nice lockdown. Macropire going out. The Ice Path could actually lock down, but Thompson refresher. BKB still potentially up. Chase for Carl doesn't actually quite get him. Meanwhile, 23 Savage is just being kited around and ripped apart by the rest of OG. Now with no carry, T1, they're very likely going to be dying here unless Carl could do something magical by himself, but he just doesn't have it in him. Doesn't have level 25, nor the shard.
Wow.
GG is called. OG will take the second game here against T1. T1 definitely putting